Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Vibe, which is rocks today. Anthony's inside taking care of some few little things and feeding the animals and all that stuff, so I was like, oh, I'll do the vibe today by myself, because actually, guys, I've been out in the garden out here working for a little while. I got kind of a mess going on over here. I got this, and I got this, and I got all kinds of hog green things there. I'm making tomato cages. I had a bunch, and actually I pulled all the ones that I made like a couple years ago, and I used all those, but actually I have like way more tomato plants than I've had, I guess, in previous years, because I had to make, as of right now, it's like 5 more. So, I mean, that's a good thing. But everything now, at least in this one, has a tomato cage on it. So, and I've noticed like, I put the tomato cages on, they just really blow up. I mean, look at this one. When I first put this one in a tomato cage, it was like this high. And that was like a week ago. And now it's just shot up. It's all burnt. So I think tomato cages do help, I think, maybe with growing. I don't know, because all the ones that are in the cages are the ones that are doing really well. And then the other ones that I just put in the cages, they're kind of looking a little, growing a little slower, it seems like. But that's okay. Hopefully now that I got the cages on these, they'll be good. Part of the reason why I did the cages today, I was like, I need to really make some, was because this garden bed, this one over here with these tomato plants, if you guys see, these ones were like completely fallen over. So I was like, I need to get in here and do something with these ones because it's covering up my carrots. So I don't want to stop those things from growing. I don't have as many carrot sprouts as I threw in here, but I think the tomatoes that are growing too have probably stopped some of them from popping up out of the ground, which is fine. It's okay. I do have some carrots in there, so hopefully it'll be enough to get a little bit to freeze in the freezer. And then now that, hopefully once the greenhouse is done, come this fall, maybe I'll grow some carrots or something inside. I'll have to think about how to do that, but I do have like some really, I think they're like 5-gallon grow bags. I got those last year. I didn't get a chance to use them, but maybe I'll throw those in the greenhouse or something and maybe grow carrots and potatoes or something. I have 2 of them, so. And then this morning I woke up, I come out here, and this zucchini plant right here, it was looking really, really sad. It was very droopy, kind of like how this leaf is, but they all were droopy. So I gave it some water, kind of picked off some of the like really bad leaves that had like been eaten and they were kind of disintegrated, just they weren't even look like leaves. I pulled all those off, gave it some water, and it did perk up quite a bit. I should have got a before picture so you guys could have seen. Yeah, but I first came out here, I seen that and I was like, oh no, what happened? Because we were having so much fun yesterday. I didn't get a chance to come out here last night and actually water. I was going to, but it's just one of those things that like it was right around dinner time, so I didn't get a chance out here, and that's okay. Woke up this morning, it's very humid and like moist outside, so like the ground is still very moist. Except obviously that one. Like I said, had to give it some more water. And then I'm over here looking. Didn't even notice it till just now. But look, I got pumpkin flowers. How cool. They're growing. There's definitely not as many pumpkin plants as I planted. I had like this whole area right here just planted with pumpkins, but the ones that are growing, they're growing very well. Especially on this side. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because this side's like holds moisture or something better than than any of the other sides. So but that's kind of what's happening in the garden today. Definitely want to get these tomato cages done. I hate coming out here and seeing like just something not right, either the plants have fallen down or something broke or things are looking wilted and kind of color changing. So being proactive today. That's what I'm doing. Come out here and be proactive. And the bug infestation, I mean, they really attacked this plant too. That was like the main plant they were attacking. This one and then the really big one in the back. But since I've been using the Dawn dish soap and I just picked a couple squash bugs off of there and I've been like trying to get the eggs and stuff. So that seems to have mellowed out a little bit. because it was getting pretty crazy there for a little bit with those squash bugs. Squash bugs are the story of my life, it seems like, every year. Since that first year I grew a garden, I've just had nothing but problems with squash bugs. Last year it was Japanese beetles. I mean, we talked about those yesterday. But look, I got flowers. I come out this morning and I got like way more flowers that are blooming. Like this one, I'm not sure what kind of flower that one is. That might be a zinnia. That could be. I got some zinnias over there that are about ready to pop open too. And then these little white ones, those are pretty. In these beds here, I threw, I don't know how many different types of flower seeds, but they're, obviously it's huge. There's my favorite ones are the snapdragons. I planted those in there. I'm not sure what they look like when they're sprouting, but I'm sure there's some snapdragons in there. At least I hope so, because those are my favorite. I love having those and growing those, so hopefully those will start opening up soon. I did notice, because some of you guys were commenting and saying, oh, you should plant some marigolds and stuff in your garden area. Well, I planted some out here. I know that I should plant them in there, and actually I had an idea of taking some of my flower pots and like putting dirt and planting some marigolds and just kind of throwing them randomly in the garden. But I didn't get to that this year. Maybe next year I'll be better, more planned out. Because like I said, now that I got the greenhouse, my main goal next year is to actually like do flower starters and also like garden starters. But I want to do flower starters because next year I'd really like to plant, more flowers in here and just have flowers all over the place. I seem to really enjoy flowers, so which is fine. I like flowers. I mean, my roses, look at these guys. Like there's just so many of them that are little buds. They're growing so nicely. All these rose bushes. I love it. But I don't know what is up with the weather today. I checked this morning to see if it was going to rain today, because when I first opened my eyes and looked outside, I was like, man, it looks really, really, really nasty out there. But no rain today. It's just very humid and cloudy. That's how it's supposed to be today. I just grabbed my coffee. This is my third cup of coffee today, by the way. I just went in there and got my cup of coffee. I was like, well, I guess I should do the vibe on my third cup of coffee. Feeling a little spunky today. But it is a beautiful morning. Like I mentioned, a little humid today. I'm not even really doing a whole lot, and all this work that I am doing with the tomato cages is like making me sweat for no reason. Right, Lillian? I got Lillian out here. Hi, Lillian. What was that, a grasshopper? Right, Lillian? Hi, Lily. She's so funny. When she like runs and stuff, like she goes sometimes so fast, her back legs aren't even touching the ground. So I always make fun of her. Not make fun of her, but I always say zoom, zoom, zoom. Every time she runs by. Oh, she's catching grasshoppers. Look, she caught one. She's got it. She caught one. Did you catch a grasshopper, Lillian? You did. Look at that. I think Lillian sometimes hangs out with the cats too much. Because I've seen her last year. She'd always come outside and be catching cicadas and stuff like that. It's really weird too. I don't know when the cicadas come out, but here it is. It's almost June, and I have not heard any cicadas at all. And if you guys know in the past, like it's just a nonstop, constant noise of cicadas. And I heard that this year there's supposed to be like 2 different breeds of cicadas that are popping out. So it's supposed to be like way worse this year than years prior. But like I said, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if the temperature has to be, very hot. I don't know. But they're not out. I haven't heard any of them. Not that I'm like anxious to hear them, but I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to do with the 2 different types of breed that are supposed to be coming out this year. I also heard too that copperheads are supposed to be out really in full force this year too. I have not seen any copperheads. We have seen 2 snakes so far this year. We saw a snake going into town the other day. We were driving down our dirt road right there. I mean, it was just right there in the clearing. And it was a big fat rat snake. It was all sprawled out on the road. Anthony got out of the car and checked it out, and he was like, oh, it's just a rat snake. So it took off, went into the clearing, and then I think it was Sunday morning, I come out to let the dogs out, and I look in there, and there's a dead snake in the dog run. So I tell Anthony. He comes out here and he says that it was a rat snake. So somehow that rat snake got inside that dog run, and then the dogs just took care of it. So, which it's like, there's a rat snake coming. I wonder if he was heading towards the chicken coop, you know, to get the eggs. I hope not. But we've been very observant around here, you know, paying attention and stuff. Like I mentioned, haven't seen any of the bad snakes so this year, but that doesn't mean they're not around. I'm sure they're around here. And then I only saw one like deadly snake last year, and it was that rattlesnake that Anthony got. That big fat rattlesnake that was like right there. That was the only venomous snake I saw last year. So hopefully this year maybe we won't see any. Now, especially now that we're like kind of established around here, and like we're hanging out outside and the kids are running around. Not that that keeps snakes at bay, but sometimes it does. So, yep. Oh, look at these little baby bunnies. They're so cute. Hi, little guys. I see Wyatt gave you guys some food. These guys are getting so big. And it's funny when we move the babies over here and they were like next to the bigger ones. You don't realize how fast they grow. You know, you seem to forget, like, it's really fast. Like, I mean, these babies are only like, I think they're like 6 or 8 weeks older. I mean, only a couple months older. But they're cute. It's okay. We were kind of sexting them the other day. And I believe there's only one female in here. And Anthony and I were talking because, what was it, 4 baby bunnies died, like, within, like, a 1-day period. And, I mean, we don't know why or what happened, but I'm like, man, I would have wished we would have known if they were male or female, because maybe she was killing off the females. I don't know. I just find it weird that out of all of these, there's only one female. And it's the smaller one that's in there. The rest of those are all males. So we got a lot of male bunnies. I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 babies in there. So there's 6 males and 1 female. At least that's what we think right now. We'll probably check one more time just to make sure. In case anybody out there needs baby bunnies. If not, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. 1 female. At least not all of the, you know, at first we thought there was like no females in there. And I was like, man, this is just all boys. And then Anthony grabbed like one of the last babies and he was like checking it. He's like, nope, I think this one's a female. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. It's kind of weird that there's only 1 female in that whole 11 babies that were in there. So I'm kind of half tempted to think that some of the babies that died were some females. But that's okay. We don't really need any females. I mean, it sucks that they died. I'd like to know why. I mean, that's one thing about, I guess, having a homestead or having animals. And when you wake up and they're dead, just, you'd like to know why. Was it something I did? Was it something I didn't do? Were there signs that something was wrong and I just didn't pay attention? You know, or if there is something wrong, what do I do to fix it? Because there's been a couple times where, you know, like the chickens get sick. You know, we had them in that grow out for a while, and then they seem to be getting better, and then I don't know. Just weird things happen sometimes. But I guess I will get back at it. I only have 2 more cages I'm going to make. And I think I'll make just a couple extra ones just so I have them just in case my like peppers or something need them. Because I still have like a little bit of a roll left. I think I can make like, I don't know, 5 more cages out of it. So I use up what's left, and then hopefully that will be enough to help my tomato plants out, because they need it. Especially with this wind that comes through. It just totally knocks them down. And I don't want that. So, but I hope everybody has an awesome day today. It is Tuesday. Hopefully everybody is having some nice weather today. Today is actually, even though it's muggy and humid, it's a perfect day to be outside and getting this little things done. So I hope everybody gets an opportunity to do something like that today. And hopefully everybody has a good day. And we will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye.